When organizing, managers need to ask, at what level are decisions made? Centralization is the degree to which decisions take place at the upper levels of the organization. Decentralization is the degree to which lower level managers provide input or actually make decisions. Traditionally, organizations were structured in a pyramid with power and authority concentrated near the top. Today's organizations are more complex and responsive to dynamic changes in their environment. So many managers believe that decisions need to be made by those individuals closest to the problem. Notice, however, that decentralization doesn't imply that top-level managers no longer make decisions. How an organization is structured depends on contingency variables such as strategy, size, technology, and environment. Let's take a look at two generic organizational structure models shown here. The mechanistic organization, or bureaucracy, is a rigid and tightly controlled structure that combines traditional aspects of all 6 elements of the organizational structure. In contrast, the organic organization is highly adaptive and flexible. It allows for changes rapidly as required. Traditional organizational structures tend to be more mechanistic or bureaucratic. A functional structure is an organizational design that groups similar or related occupational specialties. For example, Revlon Incorporated is organized around the functions of operations, finance, human resources, and product research and development. The strength of the functional structure is the advantages of economies of scale, which is a proportionate savings in cost gained by an increased level of production. Also, minimal duplication of personnel and equipment, and more satisfied employees who speak the same language as their peers. The most obvious weakness of the functional structure is that the organization frequently loses sight of its best interests in the pursuit of functional goals. No single function is totally responsible for results, so members within the individual functions become insulated and have little understanding of what people in other functions are doing. Consider an organization that sells pencils, beach balls, and tires. Random, I know. The business is housed in a 3-story building. If we divide the organization by function, we might have marketing on the 1st floor, production on the 2nd, and accounting on the 3rd floor. Each department operates independently with little interaction with the others. This works pretty well, but it might be better if our products were more closely related. So what's our next option? A divisional structure is an organizational structure made up of separate business units or divisions. Each division has limited autonomy and has a division manager who has authority over his or her unit and is responsible for performance. In divisional structures, the parent corporation typically acts as an external overseer to coordinate and control the various divisions, and often provides such support services as financial and legal. The chief advantage of the divisional structure is that it focuses on results. Division managers have full responsibility for the product or service. The divisional structure also frees the headquarters staff from day-to-day operating details so that they can focus on long-term and strategic planning. The major disadvantage of a divisional structure is duplication of activities and resources. Each division, for instance, may have a market research department. Because of the duplication of functions, the organization's cost increase and efficiency decreases. Think about the business we previously discussed. Under the divisional structure, the entire pencil division would be on the same floor. Marketing, production, accounting, and all other offices that make up the pencil division. The beach ball division and the tire division would all have their own floor as well. This structure might increase productivity for the individual product divisions, but we now have a duplication of activities, an accountant for each product instead of one for the whole business. And we have little coordination between departments, essentially each one operating independently. There are pros and cons to both options.